that would make my penis huge. And so I can have anything I want, but nothing will take away the fact that I have a very small penis.
Congratulations, Mr. Trump. I wish you the best of luck.
We're just get off the yard 30 minutes ago. We're going on the I-10 east on the way to Phoenix, Arizona. We'll continue to Texas, but we're gonna do a few stops in there to get diesel and get some food and everything. We'll be in the road for a while. I'm a truck driver right now, and I used to work for this hotel on Century City. I worked there for 15 years, and it came across because you're a filmmaker, and I used to know many movie stars that they used to go to our hotel. Presidents, remember George Bush when he was doing campaign, it was there. Bill Clinton.
We're here at Wilshire Boulevard at the Lamps Museum, and we're here with Lynn and Jay, who's going to speak about a little bit about Donald Trump. Now tell me, what do you think about Donald Trump, one of the wealthiest people in America, and running for president? What do you think about that?
I think he's a good man. Well, I don't know that much about him, but I think he's pretty chill and good. Yeah.
Now, what do you think?
And they asked me to start the visit at a very specific time.
I am standing on Highway Route 666, running through towns like Cortez, Shiprock, and ending in Gallup, New Mexico. For some, it is a beautiful stretch of American landscape. For others, like the Tabernacle Robbers, it is literally a candy lane of robbery, murder, and mayhem.
If you have achieved great things in your life, there is probably one more thing you can do is just do something for others. It's not about your own ego. It's just about taking the best of you, of what you are, and just give everything to the people and do something great for the society. When you have everything, the next step is just to give the more you can. That's what I can say to an entrepreneur who's willing to enter in politics.
That was a good time. I missed my job, but I mean, I'm doing this. So I became a truck driver about 10 years ago, and I can put food on my table. This is what I do.
If you do get elected as president, please make the right choice and try not to think of only yourself, but think of others.
I want to be a truck driver. I've talked with Jose, and this is what I want to do. I want to be a truck driver.
We are the mother church of all of Houston. We are the oldest extant Catholic church still in use in Houston, Texas. We just celebrated our 145th anniversary, April 25th. The cornerstone was laid in 1869. Our first pastor was Father Carat. He was French, and he designed our church. It has been around ever since then with very little change. We have been a part of the history of Houston since the very beginning. The first marriage here, the groom was one of the mayors of Houston.
I bought this truck about 6 or 8 months ago. I used to have another truck, but it wasn't compliant with the California rules emissions, so I have to buy this truck. My used truck used to be too old for California to run. This truck, it comes with a clean air filter and everything. You have to do what you need to do in order to survive. You know, you have to work.
Donald running for president.
Impossible.
Why would you think it's impossible?
He's a really great man for himself, but he doesn't have a great leadership for the nation.
He just does it because he can. He's got the money, and he just does it because he can.
Please do good for the people with all your power, and try to think what's best for them, for the majority of people.
Depend on the truck stop, how many percent they make. You know, some truck stop they make around the maximum of 20%. And somehow they make around 10, 5, 15. You know, depend. You know, The cold weather no good for the biodiesel. You know, the diesel go to the jail. You know, that's why every morning the truck they can start. Yeah, that's the problem with the diesel.
Hello, my name is Julian. I'm here to replace the oil filter and put the new oil. Check out the filters.
He killed the dog. The dog is dying. That's it.
George Bush was doing a campaign to be re-elected. I miss my job, like I say, but I like this. I like this trucking.
What happened to your job? What made you switch to trucking industry?
Well, what happened is that
he went to the Texas Miracle and prayed about it, and he got his position back. So Donald Trump is good luck as well.
You know, yes, and I was one of them. They let me off, so it's when I start alone by, you know, just 30 hours, whatever you have to do with it. But yeah, yes.
We're here with Sarah, and Sarah, what do you know about Donald Trump?
I know that he's very wealthy, and he has some TV shows, mostly about like how to make more money.
Arnold, what do you think about Donald Trump?
I probably do not know Donald Trump as well as Americans do because I'm from France, from Paris. I just know he's someone very, very rich, very wealthy. And from my personal perspective, I think it's not something bad because in Europe or in France, we have some politicians that were not in the business at all, and they are talking every day about what they could do for the society, but they have never been employers. They have never created anything.
Donald Trump, what are you trying to prove? I would just ask him. I was asking him.
Now, are you aware that he's running for president for this next elections?
I did hear some rumors about it, but I wasn't sure if it was for sure.
What do you think about that?
I'm not too sure if he's capable of becoming a president. I don't think I would trust him. Putting the whole country in his hands with all the international troubles that we have currently, and some of the things that he does put on his social network. It doesn't look like he's very cultured in different ways.
I think that'd be awesome. So women can see, you know, you can be, and I am part of the display. I put things all together.
He's changing his oil, and the ghost came down and told him, you should go to Texas Miracle and pray to Donald Trump about the situation.
And because we're in a chapel, there is a tabernacle, and this particular tabernacle has a gold door to it, which is the chalice and the host, the consecrated host of Jesus.
This is real gold?
I'm not sure. Maybe it should just be gold-plated.
Soon, we're going to witness the horrific footage of our truck driver as he fights to save the tabernacle of the church from the hands of the robbers.
Right now I'll go underneath and I'll look at the filters underneath.
Valiente y audaz, con nuevos episodios explosivos que te dejarán sin aliento. Pasa la voz.
We're here with Judy and Jim. What do you think about Donald Trump?
I think he needs a haircut.
I think he needs to drop out of the race.
Why do you think that?
Oh, because out of the field of 15, 16 Republican candidates, he is taking away from real issues and people that could possibly really do a job for real people in America.
I think he's in the sun business. His father owned 3,000 apartments in New York City, and he never had to work a day in his life, and he's telling people what he's going to do, never having worked.
What's your message to Donald?
Go do something else.
I went to school to get my license and everything, and then I became a truck driver.
And he's driving to Texas right now.
Do you feel lonely when you drive?
I miss my family, yes, I do. Money to my house, food to my table, you know, and that's what it keeps me going. It feels good, you know.
A woman can be a truck driver, for sure. You can incorporate all of that.
You know that truck drivers actually move the economy? It's like something that most people don't know.
Yeah.
Everything you see, everything you're wearing actually came in a truck.
Yes.
I mean, you're in Texas, you're not even close to the ocean.
Right.
And then flying stuff is so expensive. And
Right.
then the new American life, the new economy is like buying cheap,
Right.
getting a lot for
Yes.
your money. Because it's very difficult to make money these days. The economy.
So we're here at Wilshire Boulevard here at the Lamps, and we're here with Izard. Izard, tell me, if you were Donald Trump, why would you be doing this?
Because my penis is very small and I have to do something in order to have an expression that would make my penis huge. All the doctors that I ever came across are losers. They're not as rich as I am. Put myself over them, and I have to put myself over everybody else. You have to be over people in order to make yourself bigger than them.
We got those to Palm Springs. It's always windy there. I met Dustin Hoffman. It seems to me like a very nice person. He's always with his family.
And this is Saint Bernadette. This window is representing Saint Bernadette.
Who did?
Saint Bernadette, Our Lady of Lourdes.
We pray for him and his children, and God will be with him.
Our Lady came to visit Saint Bernadette in France, and a number of times, and no one believed that she was seeing Our Lady. They thought she was crazy. And it wasn't until water came flowing, a spring came flowing up, that people finally believed that she actually was seeing Our Lady. And to this day, people do go to Lourdes to visit Our Lady.
I speak English very well. Mine speaking English. I am Russian.
They take the pilgrimage to Our Lady of Lourdes.
Donald Trump has no chance of winning the elections at all. It's just a show, pretty much, what's going on. We have to go past the illusion of the right and the left.
This window looks different. This is supposed to be an example of 13th century European windows. They'll notice there's more blue in there, and this is representing Saint Therese of Lisieux. She is a doctor of the church.
This is Jason Bridge reporting. We are now going to join our truck driver as he teaches us about St. Louise of Lisieux. Louise felt an early call to religious life, and she became a nun at the young age of 15 in 1888. She then went on to die of tuberculosis at the age of 24. She is very famous and well known throughout the world, as the church in Basilica has been dedicated to her, and it attracts millions of viewers every year.
And this particular window is 12 feet tall, with a lot more of the blue in it.
And who is the person?
Saint Therese of Lisieux, she's also known as the Little Flower, and she's usually represented with roses. So anytime you see a saint holding roses, more than likely it's Saint Therese of Lisieux.
I met so many celebrities over there, it's unreal. Mention Arnold Schwarzenegger behind the filters industry, the air filters for the trucks.
Is Arnold Schwarzenegger sells filters for the trucks?
I wouldn't say that it's selling them, but I'll say investing money into that into that filter industry for trucking. So,
who is going to filter our air more efficiently? Which superstar is going to release the final version of the world's clean power plan? Donald Trump or Arnold Schwarzenegger?
business, you gotta think about it.
What do you think he can do to help America?
I think
that his ideas of simplifying some immigration policies.
Just stop when we stop for the pump the fuel, and take the bread, take the shower, dinner, very, very good for the bathroom,
International disagreements to be the peacemaker, and sometimes maybe we need to step back and focus on our own country.
Yeah, because right now they mix the bio on the diesel,
The bricks that built the church are from the 2nd Harris County Courthouse. The windows were donated by people that were very involved in Houston. Annunciation is Houston, Texas. It is in a basilican shape, which means it's in a rectangular shape as opposed to the cruciform shape, which a lot of people are more familiar with, the arms of the church.
Some of his policies are supposedly anti-immigration.
Donald Trump is with the church and for all the people. He's a great person. Vote for Donald Trump.
Hi, Rodiano. What do you think about Donald Trump running for president?
Donald Trump for president!
Which is something that personally I'm opposed to, because a lot of people in my family are immigrants or were immigrants at one point but became naturalized. So I feel it's something that would hurt a lot of families, especially in the area I grew up in, the area that I still live in. A lot of people would be really, really hurt if things like that were implemented.
Hi Donald, you've done so much things for your own stuff, but you gotta think about your countries. So you have to convince yourself that what you could do for the countries.
What exactly?
For the people.
To do what?
To help them, to support them.
Have a lot of different influence. We have the Italian windows, we have the English buttresses, we have the German spiral. Nicholas J. Clayton is the architect that came in to do the renovations, the first renovations for our church starting in 1884. What he did is he added the structure that I'm standing in now. There was only one door and 2 towers. He came in and added one large tower that was 175 feet tall. He stated that he believed it would be the tallest structure in Houston until the year 2000. That only lasted until 1912. Our bell came from France, and the bell does still ring.
My old truck, and I had to sell it for practically nothing and buy this truck for $70,000. You think about it. Because of the filter, yes, exactly.
Your truck was polluting too much.
According to California, yes, that's what they say. It's in the industry. I don't know how deep it is, but yeah. Well, they mentioned Schwarzenegger behind the business, which I don't.
How much was the gallon at that time? 15, 20 cents.
Yeah.
Now how much is the gallon? Like $4.
Yeah. See, I'd love to. I would just love to get out there and do it. So if anybody wants, I want to be a truck driver. To take my skills with me as I'm traveling.
Well, I'm ready for that burger.
The truck driver who's driving to the church because he want to pray for Donald Trump to get a new job.
We're here with Passat at Wilshire Boulevards at the Lambs. Passat, let me know what you would do if you were Donald Trump.
I'll probably stop running for president.
Why would you do that?
I don't think I'm qualified to run for president.
So you as Donald Trump, you don't think yourself qualified. Why do you think this?
Think before you speak, and please stop running for president.
We are now in Houston, Texas, reporting the latest on our truck driver as he drives to church to pray for Donald Trump and the joyful misery that is the Nativity of Jesus. However, when he arrives, a robbery ensues. Please stay tuned for the latest development.
Throughout the years, we've had changes. Unfortunately, the back of the church was damaged during the 1900 storm. Nicholas J. Clayton came in and added the apse and our beautiful Transfiguration fresco. The windows were added in the 1930s. And we also have Our Lady of Perpetual Help Chapel that was added in the 1920s. Maurice J. Sullivan was the architect for that structure.
Fuel. Start pumping the fuel into the truck.
Gas expensive?
It's a little cheaper here in Arizona than California. California is always more than here, so we're gonna start fueling. Enough diesel to go wherever we have to go. I'm using the 2 pumps to fill the 2 tanks. Not this one. Fill the other tank all the way.
All done greasy.
They couldn't breathe. They couldn't breathe at all.
Clean diesel. Keep the emissions clean with Texas law and California law.
My goal is to learn how to ride one of these or drive them and deliver and all. I want to be a truck driver.
Palm Springs to Blythe, there's nothing. There's nothing in between Indio, and there's only one small town called Chiriaco, and that's all it is. You know, you don't want to get broke down here because there's nothing. That's all it is. It's nothing. Nothing but sand and warm weather. Well, this is usually what I do. I'm just going to go to the restaurant and we continue our journey.
All I'm doing here is adding oil so that way it won't be a dry startup. That way it'll fill up with oil as soon as we start the motor, and that way it doesn't hurt the motor.
Considering we are only 145 years old, we have had only 8 pastors throughout our whole history.
The business side of the country, so like for example, you know, like business deals with China and all that stuff, I think he'll be more, you know, well equipped for that, but I'm not too sure what
we will see.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you, Sarah, for your time, and have a wonderful day.
Of course. Thank you.
In our church, our windows represent the rosary, and this is the sorrowful mystery of the rosary. You can see Jesus in the garden, the scourging, and of course his crucifixion. The other windows in the church are joyful. These Stations of the Cross are the original. They are from Lyon, France. They were created by Pierre Verrare. He was a very well-known sculptor in France. As a matter of fact, his son is the one that created the statue of Our Lady of La Salette in the shrine of La Salette.
I'm gonna start helping them to unload the truck. That's what I do. Help them to unload the truck.
Desmond Davis, and I'm a stock supervisor here in Dallas. And what I do is like unload the truck and make sure inventory is good, and ship it and receive it for my packages.
Next, we're going to catch up with our truck driver as he arrives at the factory and he finds a box containing Raiders of the Lost Ark and glass made out of red lead mercury. Okay, cut. Alright, so we're going to move on now. I want to talk about the mystery of the Rosemary, and then, yeah, we'll see how that goes from there. Bloody hell, I hate this city. I can't breathe. This is way too much pollution for me. I can't even report in this smog. I need to go to a tropical island, right, where there's some women and I at least have a cocktail in my hand. It's the only way I can really relax. Oh, bloody hell.
My name is Sayed. I'm the stock guy. I'm loading the truck.
I want to be a truck driver.
Wilshire Boulevard here at the beautiful Lamps. Alex, we want to know a little bit about Donald Trump and what you think about him running for elections.
I think it's great. I mean, I would lean more Democratic anyway, so him taking all the attention and making the whole thing look like a farce is kind of funny. But I ultimately think that he just needs attention. He obviously doesn't need money. He obviously needs power, but I think he's almost like a little child. He just needs attention of people all the time, and that's why I think he does it. I don't think it's anything to do with policy. I don't think it's anything to do with making the world a better place. I think it's all about him and all about giving him what he needs, which I think is attention of people.
Oh, you gotta get a picture of the mosaics. We're going through the nave of the church, and with the remodeling that Nicholas J. Clayton did in the 1880s, originally the nave of the church was the tallest and the two side aisles were much lower. One of the things that he did was to raise the side aisles, and in doing that, it eliminated the original clerestory windows, and he added these clerestory windows. They are mosaics that were created by the Belcher Mosaic Glass Company. They had their main office in Newark, New Jersey, and they had a showroom in New York.
You will win, Donald. We're gonna vote for you. I'm gonna vote for you. We are gonna vote for you.
The driver's driving to Texas right now as we speak.
I love you. Donald Trump for president.
He's going to church and he really needs Donald Trump to win.
He had many patents for glass and for work like this. He took pieces of antique glass, small pieces, and laid them on a flat structure, put another flat structure on top of it, and then turned it on its side and poured molten lead and mercury inside to fill all the empty areas. And once it dried, you take the flat areas off and you've got these beautiful mosaics that are created. As far as I know, no one else has ever been able to reproduce something like this. Texas Art Glass Company in Houston has said to take very special care of them. You'll notice that they are supported by iron rods because of some of the shifting in the church. A t-shirt, the groom, he came in 45 minutes late wearing a t-shirt with a naked woman on the front of it. So you'll notice that the windows, and it's hard to see the Annunciation. Starting with the Annunciation is the mysteries of the Rosary. And so the Visitation is the first one.
He is definitely very well equipped with, business mind.
My perspective, being an entrepreneur, is good for the society. To enter in politics when you are an entrepreneur is something that is rather good. Donald Trump's specific profile and personal history.
Just gonna put a little more on this one here.
How much money do you usually spend on gas?
Usually I spend about $1,800 to $2,000 every week. It's just the way it is. You just put diesel whenever you need it. And that's about it.
One of the original windows is in the choir loft, if you want to see that.
Really? And you still there like unmounted?
Yeah, you can see it over here because these windows were replaced in the 1930s, but back here you can see one of the original windows that they never replaced it. So starting with the resurrection of Jesus.
Let's see what
the resurrection is that one.
The third one?
The third one, yes. The one here is the ascension of Jesus.
I used to have a truck like that, just exactly the same as that one. And I had to sell it because it didn't complain with exhaust on California. So $33,000, and I sold it for $12,000. In order for me to get this one here, the ones that they have the filter in California, in order for us to go on there, in order for us to work. I need to work in California. I live in California, so.
For charity.
In charity? Yeah. What specific charity?
For little kids and people who are poor and all that. Yeah.
What about yourself?
For me, I will donate to students because students are usually poor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you two students?
Yes, we're college students. Yeah, I study international relations. Well, for Middle East situations, it's a difficult situation there. First, I feel like it's first we have to understand, like actually know what's going on in the Middle East, because I feel like no one actually knows about it.
We saw this with Obama, we saw it with Bush, and we have to look at where the funding's coming from. Look where the money's coming from. Stop the show, no one cares. You're just another part of this entertainment, and no one cares about you. You're not gonna win. Go home.
So what's happening there, and what's the issue there, and we gotta solve that problem. We have to know that first in order to solve the problem.
What about yourself? What do you study?
Well, I'm studying physical therapy.
Physical therapy.
Yeah, and yeah, like that's a really hard career, and if I were to like get help from like the government paying that, I think it'll be.
So you agree with Jay's idea in like funding more students?
Yeah, I totally agree with that, because students are usually the poor ones.
Very well. Well, thank you, Jay and Lynn. Have a great and awesome day.
Yeah.
And this one, which is the one we're getting ready to celebrate next in a couple of weeks, is the descent of the Holy Spirit. So that's Pentecost.
Okay.
And then this one is the Assumption of Mary. German windows. And the last one is the Crowning of Mary. These are German antique windows with lead matrix. Hand painted. If you want to see the original, I think this is far enough back. So originally, all of the church had windows like that.
There's not too many choices here, so back in the road again, sodas and everything. By the way, we forget the water. We're gonna pass Tucson and then we're gonna go to New Mexico. We're gonna sleep there till tomorrow. It worries me about those clouds over there, because it seems like it's gonna be way worse over there.
We're here with Tom at Wilshire Boulevard at the Lamps. Tom, let me know, if you were Donald Trump, why would you be doing all of this?
Well, if I was Donald Trump, I wouldn't be doing what he's doing at all.
What would you be doing?
What would I be doing? Probably something more, well, for me, I would do something more humanitarian. I mean, he's got unlimited resources. He's spending $1 billion, apparently of his own money, just to run for president. And in doing such, he coming across as a complete buffoon, but he's appealing to a certain segment of our society. So that's its own issue. But if I had that much money, I would absolutely put some of it more towards the betterment of society. You know, it sounds a little cliched, but you could do a lot with $1 billion towards improving situations for, you know, anything from people that are suppressed to people that are, you know, hurt to, there's just a lot of different things you could do, you know, and I do that now to whatever extent I can, so I would look to increase that.
As a Pilcher organ, it was installed by Maurice J. Sullivan. The first time it was used, as a matter of fact, was for Easter in 1924. It has 1,577 pipes. What's unique about this organ is that usually there are only 63 keys, but our organ has 71 keys, so that adds an octave to it. It's 90 years old. The organ is 90 years old, and it has all the original pieces. And also, it is one of the kinds of organs that plays trombone and those various kinds of instruments. It doesn't just play organ sounds. These next windows represent the joyful mysteries. So this first one is the Nativity of Jesus. This window is Finding Jesus in the Temple, which is another one of the joyful mysteries. This window is the institution of the Eucharist. At the time, the luminous mysteries were not in effect. St. John Paul II wasn't around when the church was built to have the luminous mysteries, but they did include the institution of the Eucharist in our church.
My message to Donald is consider the fact that
find something meaningful, to find something to do with the billions, I believe, of dollars that he has.
Yeah, probably. As a politician, yeah, of course. I don't have to say congratulations to him at this time. I just believe that entrepreneurs are good persons, or they're not bad, because they created a lot of jobs in their lives and are examples for others. Not always good example, because we are not 100% good or bad. It's not as simple as that. But I rather trust entrepreneurs.
Good morning. We're here in Deming, New Mexico. Grab a cup of coffee, warm up the truck. You just have to stay away from your family. That's the only bad part. From that point on.
This is Our Lady of Perpetual Help Chapel. It was added on in 1924 by Maurice J. Sullivan in memorial for the Burkett family. They were very involved in our church at the time.
Can you tell more about it, please?
About the person, what did they do? I have another parishioner is doing all the genealogy of the window, so I really don't know much about the people yet.
Let's talk about the Virgin Mary and the child. Baby Jesus.
Yeah, okay, wait, let me, what's amazing about Our Lady of Perpetual Help is that this particular image is supposed to be an exact copy of a picture that St. Luke painted. The original after St. Luke was supposedly stolen, and when it was brought across on this ship, they had a lot of hard waves and rough seas, and they prayed to the picture and it saved them. The man that stole the picture, when he died, he wanted it to be left in a very special place, the church. And the person that he gave it to did not put it in the church. And it wasn't until much later that finally they built a special church in Rome, the Alphonsus Liguori Church, to hold this particular picture specially. This is an icon representing Jesus and Mary and the angel Gabriel and Michael the Archangel.
I would now like to dedicate this moment to the Lady of Launders, who is a vindicated title by the Marian apparitions, invoked by the Roman Catholics as a result of a supernatural appearance from the Virgin Mary. For more information, click this link and please subscribe.
If I would be Donald Trump, if I were Donald Trump, I think I would do similar things, because again, like I said earlier, I believe you get to a point where you have so much wealth that there's you have all the relationships or products or possessions that you want, and so power is the next thing that you can get, and the president is one of the most powerful people in the world.
Finally, a very important but often misunderstood verse. Look at verse 5. He that overcomes will be clothed in white garments, and I will not blot out his name from the book of life, but I will confess his name before my Father and before his angels. The Bible clearly teaches that God has a book.
The IHS are Greek letters that stand for the first three letters of Jesus.
And that means?
IHS, the first three letters of Jesus in Greek, Jesus. So there is no J in the Greek alphabet, so that's why most of the time you will see an I instead of a J.
Hello, I'm Father Paul Felix. I'm the pastor of Annunciation Catholic Church, this very splendid church that is so historical and so beautiful. It is a great privilege to be here as the pastor of this church. As a Catholic priest, of course, so many wonderful things are part of our faith. The great rich tradition, the history, the beauty of the teaching of Jesus through his church, and the Christian way of life.
He thinks he's really great and powerful, and he sounds very self-centered to me, and I personally wouldn't want a man like that running our country.
He's right here.
You have a lot of power, you have a lot of influence. Do good.
It is in this place that people come to encounter God. It's a very sacred place. And the mission that I have here at Annunciation is to bring about renewal and to be a priest who fosters a deepening of relationship with God and living in his love and carrying out the mission of the church and giving witness to Jesus Christ, calling people to holiness and to ever-deepening faith. Our church is a church that has always been very traditional in our worship and in our...
Donald Trump is he's the leader of the capitalists, not the leader for all the citizens from different level of economic wealth.
What would I do? I guess I would put people out of poverty, and I don't know, I will try to make things better.
What's one way you think you can get people out of poverty?
Creating more job sources and helping them create their own wealth by working.
Hi, Donald. Make our country a better country, please.
Expression of the truths of the Catholic religion. And one of the things that I'm doing is trying to bring about renewal here. And so that our area, when this church was first built, was a neighborhood. But over time, it has become a part of the city of Houston, surrounded by buildings and office buildings and parking lots and other things. The neighborhoods have moved out. But there's a renewal happening in downtown Houston where there's residences being built and people moving into the area. A lot of great activity. Christ in the city. In other words, announcing Jesus Christ to people in the city that is a crossroads, in a city that is the most, how can I say, the most cosmopolitan in the nation. People come here from all over the world, people with all kinds of circumstances of life, hopes and dreams, challenges and problems, heartaches and joys. And so as they come here to Annunciation, we want to offer them those truths and those gifts of beauty that are eternal and enable them to aspire to the beautiful things of God and the life of the saints in heaven. And so in our renewal, one of the things that I am making efforts at doing is really celebrating the beauty.
We're here at Wilshire Boulevard at the Lamps, and we're here with Mac. Mac, tell me, what do you think about Donald Trump?
I think he, being a rich person, it's very difficult sometimes to find meaning in life, and once you have a certain amount of riches, you sort of need to find something else to give you meaning.
So I suppose if someone wanted to run for president who already has everything in the world, maybe he wants more power. Maybe it gives him more power, more influence or something, but also maybe, I don't know, because I don't know him personally, maybe he knows something we don't.
This church is splendid in its architecture. It is splendid in the beautiful expressions of sacred art, in the stained glass windows, in the statues, in the fresco that is above me depicting the transfiguration of our Lord, where the apostles Peter, James, and John were stunned by the splendor of Christ in his beauty as true God and true man. And so people come here and they want to experience the beauty of God and his wonderful love and the truth of his message. So what I'm doing is I'm heightening the sense of beauty by bringing back and trying to foster a restoration of those sacred elements of our Catholic faith and tradition that have been set aside in so many ways. We have such a great wealth of sacred music and sacred art. And much of that music was written in a period in which most churches were like this church, with beautiful acoustics, with beautiful pipe organs, with beautiful architecture. And so we are utilizing sacred chant, Gregorian chant, and sacred polyphony, and bringing it back out into the worship. And when it is experienced in this beautiful house of God, it is something that soars, and it enables a soul to be drawn up to heaven. It fills the mind and the heart with awe and wonder at the beauty of God's love and goodness. And it puts us in touch with our high call.
Just sort of the sensationalist news that I've seen, but just ask him to be more empathetic or to put yourself in the shoes of those people who you are talking about or addressing. And I think that would help you out a lot in more ways than one.
With all of our being, to live in our earthly home, but also to realize that we are called to be saints in heaven.
So we can do it HD, it'll look beautiful.
There's a potential of influence with that much power that he could do good.
church has antennas that connect to Donald Trump and to God and the higher deity.
But it is amazing when you experience this music. And it's not just a concert. It's not like going to, it is worship. You know, it stirs the heart for God. And
no, I believe so. I love music.
It's tremendous.
That's the reason why most people like music, if you really think about it. Music stimulates you.
Yeah.
But this is multi-sensory because we have the music, we have the visual here, we have and the wonderful harmony.
What do you think he can do to help America?
Nothing.
Why do you say that?
Because I think he's very self-centered and his view of the world is completely skewed and has nothing to do with reality. So I don't think he has anything to contribute to anybody, to be honest, except for himself. Live somewhere else. It's the same when... yeah, exactly. We'll move back to Europe.
I said we'll move back.
We'll move back to Europe because that'll be done. We'll be done here.
I want to see it. When are you gonna have something like that?
We just did something Monday.
Yeah. I'm sorry?
Do you have anything on YouTube channel that I can see?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All the ceilings, they were blistered. The paint was falling. There were streaks from water damage and everything. And it was in very, very bad shape. But we had this work done, and now it's just so beautiful. And there's more to be done.
There's nothing I can do. I don't have the power to change it, and just kind of deal with whatever happens.
Go back and be with your family and all your children. And all your wives. And your ex-wives. And your ex-wives.
What are you really trying to prove?
Think of us as people before you think of us as votes. You know, think of us as not as numbers on a spreadsheet. Think of us as families and people who work hard for what we have, and just, I guess, see us as people first. Take care, Donald.
That's it.
Have you tried Jesus? He's alright. Have you tried Jesus? He's alright. Have you tried Jesus? He's alright. No greater friend I found. He lifts me when I am down. Have you tried Jesus? He's alright. Heart fixer, mind regulator, well, burden bearer, heavy load sharer. No greater friend I found. He lifts me when I am down. Have you tried Jesus? He's alright. Have you tried Jesus? He's alright. Have you tried Jesus? He's alright. No greater friend I found. He lifts me when I am down. Have you tried Jesus? He's alright.
Most people don't know. This is the reality. This is the reality of the truck driver's life.
See us as people first.
Are you ready for the action?
I want to be a truck driver. I want to be a truck driver.
See us as people first.
driver.
Special considerations provided by the Judgment Group.
Is provided by the following.
Masterpiece Theater brought to you by a grant from the Corporation. Because we value creative energy in all its forms.
But you know that movie on that guy says all those really good words to his girl?
Love that one.
But why did you tell me you would give me a pink helicopter and you got me a red helicopter?
I'm colorblind. I got the reports from the doctor today.
You gotta get it to get it. Watch movies, TV shows, and exclusive series instantly.
George Anton's Dracula. He's back for blood.
I can't drive a red helicopter.
Rabbi, what are the secrets to the ancient book of threesomes?
You're crazy.
Rabbi, you're not listening to me. What are the secrets to the ancient book of threesomes?
My poor baby can only see gray.
This is not for evil people like you. Do you understand?
Rabbi, do you understand?
Look at the eye replacement surgery like you asked.
You would do that for me?
I need answers. What are the secrets to the ancient book of threesomes?
I said no, it's not for you.
No, it's the wrong answer.
It's not for you.
The movie will return after these moments.
We're here with Michael Jackson to power up any USB device anywhere. From Hollywood to New York, we're here with Mike with one of the most innovative inventions out right now, Google Glass. But guess what? He ran out of charge. Wow, it's powering on already. How easy is that, Mike?
This is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Did you ever run out of cell phone charge?
All the time.
How much do you expect to pay for something like this?
Well, let me tell you, we're on a mountain in the middle of nowhere. Give me $1 million for it. Right
Hey, and right now the retail price is normally $24.95. No! Charge you $14.95. Right now it's limited time offer. Who's bad? Next 30 seconds.
4-4 Crankster.
Start dialing, start smiling, or visit thecrankster.com. It's on New Gadget TV today, sir. And these Google glasses work perfect. You almost got full charge now. The Crankster.
Keep on cranking.
Yeah, these are ugly. Yeah, they're so not boss lady.
But I worked 28 days with these skirts.
Sorry, sweetie. Next time, okay? Wish us luck!
Good luck on your mission.
We're gonna make the cells.
Did you save their lives? Huh? How crazy family.
All in the spirit of American style.
She's here to protect us. Will you make me dinner when I get home?
You got it. Josie, it's time to go kick some soup booty. Boss Lady Revolution! We got you now, man in suit.
You think you got me? I put a bomb on the helicopter.
I'm just telling you the truth. Okay? Yes! Okay? I don't trust you. I don't love you. I'm just telling you the truth. Okay? I'm just telling you the truth. Okay? I don't trust you. I don't love you.
They ran out of coconut oil.
What can I know about full movies?
Do you want to see my badge?
not a hacker. So you want to be in the movies, huh? An FBI agent? You're some kind of actress?
Yeah. I want to be in a movie. A full movie online.
A full movie online?
Where do you keep your hard drives?
I don't have a hard drive.
Do you know this man?
That's Kim.com.
How about this man?
That's Assange.
Do you know him?
I never seen him.
And this man?
That helicopter isn't going anywhere. I put a bomb in it.
My name is Pamela Hicks and I'm with the FBI.
Louis of the Sioux is very famous throughout. St. Louis of the Sioux is very well known throughout the world.
We're holding for the cut.
Okay.
No, keep going. Do your thing.
I just didn't want to interrupt your case.
No.
St. Louis of the Sioux is very well known throughout the world as the Church of the Sioux in Basilica has been dedicated to her. As the Church of the Sioux in Basilica has been dedicated to her.
Romeo.
My name is not Romeo. Stop following. I swear by the moon, I love you truly.
Don't swear by the moon. The moon's always changing.
In the name of love, you shall leave me alone. Do you know what it feels like, Jesus? Huh? To feel the poison slowly burning my intestines. Every single boring act around the same boring, tedious families. So I ask you, why?
This is who we are.
This is not who I am, nor who I want to be.
Today,
therapeutic value of hypnosis
See him standing behind the damn corner.
is conceded by numerous physicians, especially in surgical cases. Holmes! The administration of a local or of a general anesthesia is inadvisable.
Gentlemen.
Tools? Excuse me, please. Certainly. This is the house. Don't move.
George Anton's Sherlock Holmes.
You know, they gave me a gun for a reason.
Hey, just start the punk and let us go. Down there, keep an eye on that bitch.
Honey, it's been 50 years. Believe it?
So help us God. Hey, what's up, bro?
Before this spill, the Earth will be 5% water.
Help me!